Hi everyone, I'm Ozzy Mora for Inside 12, and today I'm speaking to David Duchovny from the new upcoming show, Aquarius. David, you play Sam Zodiac. Tell me a little bit about him and his character.
Well, for this show, it was really the world and the end of the 60s, you know, the time when the 60s turned dark, according to our histories, you know, where Manson kind of stands as the symbolic end to these very forward-looking utopian movements and social justice-oriented revolutionary movements that were happening in the 60s, Black Power, feminism, Chicano power, gay rights, anti-Vietnam movement. And Manson kind of brings an end to that. He's kind of held up as the example of why this stuff doesn't work. And I found that to be very interesting. We could keep coming back to that as a country, and there's a reason.
David, I remember you from growing up from the X-Files, and of course I was too chicken to ever finish an episode. But
me too. I never finished one.
Wow, I was really scared. And from the previous roles, this role is completely different, you know, from what you've done before.
And then for this character, I felt he's really the least articulate character that I played. He's really a guy that talks with his fists a lot. You know, he's a guy he's a law enforcement guy. And I like the challenge of being able to physicalize rather than verbalize, at least for this character. I liked it. And I found him to be a very interesting, tragic figure because he's trying to save the world. He's a World War II vet. He's trying to save the world that he thought he saved already, but he doesn't know that it's already gone.
For this role, you really had to find your core to play the character, since the character was born like around the 20s or 30s. What were some of the emotional challenges that you faced?
Well, it's a different way of expressing yourself if you were born at that time. You know, this was an age of not expressing your feelings. You know, feelings were not something that were talked about. A man's emotions were not something that he talked about, or displayed for that matter. So I find that to be very interesting. And he's looking around the 60s where people are beginning to say emotions matter, feelings matter, tell me what you're feeling, these things that we take for granted today.
Thank you so much for talking with me today. You can catch Aquarius starting May 29th on Thursdays at 8 p.m. right here on 12 News.